I'm Jim Check.
I'm Kayla Caruana.
And we're here with Tesla Talks. Remember when it was cool to drive a Tesla?
I know. I know. I feel like nowadays I'm like hiding a little bit. Yeah.
Well, you said you got actually ambushed in the parking lot here.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was actually at Tim Hortons, but
Tim Hortons. There you go.
And someone came up to me and I didn't really recognize what he was saying at first because he was like,
it was shocking.
Yeah. Well, he was like yelling and was like, "How come you don't sell your car?" And I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with it?" And I was like trying to figure out what was wrong with what he was saying. And then I finally clued in and I was like, "Oh no, I bought this car like 5 years ago. So like, don't worry about it." And he was like, "Yeah, why haven't you sold it?" And I'm like,
I don't understand the Doge's thing happening in the U.S. and
Yeah.
like all that. What does that have to do with Canada?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like I didn't quite register what he was saying in time. And then, in the end, I was like, I bought it a long time ago. Don't worry about it, kind of thing. And he suggested, he was like, "Why don't you get one of those stickers that say that you bought the car before all of this happened?" And I was like, I can't believe they're stickers.
I saw a sticker actually.
Did you?
I saw one of those, but I also saw a sticker. I bought this car after Elon went crazy.
Oh, really? Oh, so you've seen both sides.
I've seen both sides where somebody said I bought this car because of whatever, Doge.
Yeah, I know. I feel a little bit weird now because like it used to be people were looking at your car because it was fast and cool. And
cheaper, better, faster, safer.
Yeah, and now it's like people are looking at it like, "Why did you buy it?" And I'm like, it was a long time ago.
And we've got emails saying that we've taken this show off the air. Well,
We're doing our best.
We've got emails actually from, we've got some sponsors and they're saying, well, that company's affiliated with the U.S. We get no government funding. So people need to, like, before they climb up on their white horse, maybe they should clean the poop off their boots first, right? Because I'm sure they're still going to Starbucks and all these other things too, right? So be careful.
This show has never really been about any of that. It's just
nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, enthusiasm for the product.
Yeah, and I thought climate change was the existential crisis and we're supposed to...
I know, yeah, I know.
How the world
so
changes
this week has
fast.
been really interesting. Things have changed a lot, and like obviously Tesla, the stock itself, has changed a lot. So it's been interesting to watch what's happening.
Temporary fluctuations. Like you really believe in the stock, and you believe in what's going on with Optimus, the robot, and the vehicles, and the energy, and the battery storage, and all those things, and the semi trucks, and all that. If you believe in that, this would be an opportunity, right? As opposed to a negativity, right? So think of it that way, right? So. The good news is you got a picture. We probably don't have it right now, but the dealership in Kelowna is due to open.
Yeah, I saw it, and now it definitely looks like a Tesla dealership.
Yeah, they got the logos on it.
It's beautiful.
Maybe they want to hide that now, actually, because there've been 3 of them that have been, I guess, firebombed in the United States.
So you were saying, that.
And some Chargers are being targeted and stuff like that, which is weird. Like acts of terrorism is okay.
Yeah.
Like weird. Like, you know what I mean?
Some people have asked if I got my car's been egged or anything like that. I haven't run into any
Who's
of
doing
those
this
issues.
stuff?
I don't know.
When
really
like the CEO of Ford does something crazy, nobody's like out. Like it's just crazy, right? So.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Remember when the CEO of Lululemon said that really offensive thing?
Yes, I do remember that.
Were people
Chip
throwing
Wilson?
eggs at eggs at people wearing Lululemons?
I don't think so. Yeah.
You wear Lululemon, don't you?
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember.
You wear Lululemon?
I do. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Lululemon. Well, he lost his job for it.
Yeah. Well, his position, right? Because he still.
Well, they fired him as CEO. Yeah, they couldn't take his shares away, but they fired him as CEO because he said the comment was the leggings.
I remember.
They pilled if the legs are rubbing together, and he said larger girls shouldn't wear leggings.
I remember.
Right, because they're not meant for you.
Yeah.
And obviously that was a really insensitive thing to say.
Yeah,
right?
he obviously wasn't.
Because they had a really good guarantee on their products, and they still do. You can take stuff back like a year later, and Lululemon will replace it, right? They do sell expensive products, right? So.
Yeah, and so you think about those kinds of situations, and I guess the overlap is politics in this scenario versus just bad PR.
Yeah, I think like people all seem to want to virtue signal though too, right? And they all want to jump on these causes and make themselves seem, you know what I mean? Like, and they want you to do something. No different than during COVID when like they would say you don't get your freedom because that person won't wear a mask or that person won't do this, so you got to go make them wear a mask.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, so it's very divisive. Yeah, it's very interesting. So with the tariffs, I heard that Tesla vehicles are 30% from Mexico. So I've heard that this is going to affect the price of the vehicles.
It all depends on who forms government, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, no, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a pause in the auto tariffs today, but it depends on who wins the Liberal leader, because Chrystia Freeland said 100% tariffs on Teslas.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is all just like nonsense talk,
Yeah,
right?
who knows
now,
what's
right?
actually
So,
going to
I mean,
happen.
again, is
We're
the
doing our
climate
best.
the most important thing, or is it not? Like, what is the most important thing, right?
Yeah, and then people had issues about the satellite dish, or like not the satellite.
Starlink?
Yeah, Starlink. So people had issues about that, and they're like, well, do we really want access to the internet wherever we go? You know, that's just more tracking and all these things. So it's like, if it's not one thing, it's another.
So it's a
And
personal
another.
choice. Don't
Yeah.
have a device.
Or don't
right?
don't drive the car.
Don't have a device.
But when he suggested that I sold it, I was like, that would mean that someone would have to buy it.
Yeah,
So
well,
someone, if no one wants to buy them, then I'd have a hard time selling.
I'm sure we could pick out things in his life that he should be doing differently
Yeah,
too,
there you
because
go.
you can definitely do that. Right?
I was
So-
definitely thrown off guard, because I was like, what are you saying?
Seems aggressive, right?
Yeah.
To be going after a person that is just driving their car, especially a young
Randomly.
female.
Yeah, it was
right?
random. It was so random. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
You should have
What can
pulled
you
out that old thing and says, "I feel threatened right now. I'm calling the police."
Yeah. Actually, I was so distracted by the situation.
You're more puzzled, probably,
But I was
right?
like, what is happening? And then by the time the conversation was over, I was like, did that actually just happen?
Surreal, right?
It's very strange.
Surreal world. Anyway, there's a dealership opening,
In
but one of
Kelowna.
the things that is not interesting. I guess I just did a show.
I'd like to go there too. We should.
Yeah, we should do a
Yeah.
show there if it's still there.
It's still there.
There was a PST break on used EVs, and that doesn't matter if it was a Tesla or a Ford or whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't have to pay PST on used EVs, and
Which
that
we
was
talked
supposed to be
about
for
on the
another
show,
2
right?
years, right?
We
They
talked
just
about
took that away.
Oh.
So starting May 1, the PST break on used EVs is gone
Wow.
because they need tax revenues.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, so there you go. So if you want to buy a used EV, you have up until May 1 to get it PST free.
Yeah.
So,
That guy would like me to sell mine, so maybe.
but you can buy any kind of used EV. You can buy a Tesla, which
Yeah.
I would recommend you drive a Tesla first before you buy another one, so that you at least have a benchmark to
You
go
can at least
against.
see. Yeah.
And then, but you know, like Ford has them, Kia has them, Hyundai has them.
Yeah. Did that also qualify for hybrids? I never did ask you that, but I was just
not.
wondering.
I don't think it does on
has to
hybrids
be
on the
100%.
PST.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
that makes sense.
Pretty sure. You can go on the Clean BC website, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
And so
explain
May
it.
1st.
Or better off, just ask ChatGPT. It knows everything. But again, you're
I
not
do
supposed.
love
If that guy on that thing, he better not be using ChatGPT because that's an American company.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you know what? Don't forget, you got to cut off your Netflix, cut off your Disney, cut off your Starbucks, cut off your.
What about phones too? I was
Yeah,
thinking,
Apple.
like-
you got to get rid of your Apple,
Yeah,
and then I don't know what you're
and
going to use.
Samsung.
Is there a BlackBerry? You can buy a BlackBerry,
Yeah, you. Oh, right.
right?
Yeah.
BlackBerry. I don't know if they still have phones, do they?
I don't know. I haven't.
So you
had
can buy a
BlackBerry
BlackBerry.
since
I have an
2009.
8380 if anybody needs one. I can sell it
There
to
you
you, right?
go.
So if you
You
really
can
want a
sell it.
virtual signal, you can have your 8380
Yeah.
and you can text away on that QWERTY keyboard.
Yeah.
You know, that was
You know,
cool.
I feel like, people have different fuel to their fire. And for me, yeah, I don't think that yelling at a random person
A
in
young
parking
lady,
lot,
a man yelling at a young lady.
in a parking lot is the way to go.
Really?
There's other things
You don't
can
think,
do.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
it might be a little
I felt-
off-putting, right?
I felt
So-
a little bit off.
Yeah, so you should say, what do you got in your phone? What do you got for a phone there, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Hey?
Yeah. But then Costco, they're doing all of the work now. Did you see that? Costco's doing all of the work to make all of the labels.
Made in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're doing a lot of work on that right
Do
now.
people realize that Costco is an American company?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. So anyway, we should go to
Next
that
thing
Tesla
they'll be
dealership.
flying a flag out front, a Canadian flag like Superstore.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be shopping at Costco.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
You should be shopping at Superstore.
I didn't even notice that there was a Canadian flag in front of
Superstore?
Yeah.
Forever. No?
Huh. Don't they have a little Canadian?
Yeah, it's in their
in
thing,
their
the real
logo?
Canadian Superstore.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
In their
go.
little logo, they've got
Maybe
one. But I
Costco's
didn't
going to put
notice.
that in their logo.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
So careful when you start judging others that you judge yourself on your same
Yeah.
standards.
Yeah. It's also unfortunate too. But
There you
yeah,
go.
I'd like to go to the new dealership. I wonder if they'd give us a little tour.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Grant Cardone here.
That would be really cool.
I drive a Tesla and I'm not selling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
there you
Well,
go.
no one yelled at you in the parking lot.
Yet.
so.
I'm sure we're going to get some emails. So
Yeah.
there you go. Make sure that you empty all your stuff out, though, all your stuff before you send me the email, right? Get rid of your phones. Get rid of all the stuff that's made in America. And
Yeah.
before you send it, because I want to make sure that you're not make yourself into a hypocrite. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that sucks too. Like I felt like a little bit weird about it from a personal
Is that
perspective.
an Oura ring you're wearing?
Yes, it is.
You better get rid of that.
Yeah, it's American. Yeah. Yeah, what can you do?
We're funny, right?
Yeah.
But,
So yeah, I'd like to do that. And then how about your car? Any updates on your new vehicle?
They don't have any delivery dates yet. I emailed them, so there's no delivery date. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
as soon
nothing
as I find a delivery date.
Do you think that any of this will delay
I don't know.
manufacturing?
This stuff, I don't think it'll delay manufacturing. They're starting to deliver in the U.S. right now. China's deliveries have started. I imagine if they put tariffs on, if they put 100% tariffs on, obviously I'm not going to buy it. Right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because the deal's not done until
I don't
the
know
car is
how to-
built for you. Because I don't know how the
100%.
contract works actually.
I don't know
Did I
either.
sign that ahead of time?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember if I signed that ahead of time.
But taxes would always be additional
Yeah.
anyway, right?
Yeah.
So taxes
When you
would
get
be
there,
additional.
yeah.
So that's our show for today.
Yeah.
Um,
Quick one.
Try to be nice to each other. How's that? And stop
kind.
yelling at young girls in parking lots.
I
Just
felt
stop it. Just
Yeah.
stop it. Just stop it. Right?
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, and thanks for watching Kelowna Now.